YouTube was good. It's your boy, Paul Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. Hey, guess what? If this is your first time tuning in, go ahead, hit. And the word is the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Every time I post up new content. Well, we've all seen it, right? Matter of fact, I just finished watching it. Uh, Chris Rock's Netflix special, Selective Outrage. Um, the title itself should tell you that this was top-notch bullshit, right? Because he kept doing this shit all goddamn night, right? Now, I know what y'all gonna say. Oh, here come the crazy uncle with the Illuminati bullshit, right? The industry this, the industry that, the industry the other. Well, hey, the fuck do you expect? Like seriously, right? And so, and see, this is where I have to actually really give mad props to YouTuber Mag Truth. Okay, it just actually really just went out there for a minute. So, but like I said, this is where I have to actually really give mad props to YouTuber Mag Truth because he, I, I'm pretty. He may or may not fuck with this, but even if he don't, I already know what the fuck I already know because I'm saying it. But sometimes you like to hear what other people actually really say about this, and my whole deal is people went to go see this. It was like because everybody was expecting that this was going to happen because once the Oscars happened last year, right, and then he went on tour, so everybody for the most part probably felt that the first concert that he did was actually really going to be about this. And then who's to say that this wasn't the case? That this was like the concert that he did immediately after. But I'm now just like I said, I'm just speculating now because he did say, "Hey, look, that was damn near a year ago," right? And then it's just for the simple fact that you don't want to get on stage and say some shit like that right when it happened, or like a couple of weeks after the shit didn't happen. You don't want to say, "Oh, wait a minute now, what do you mean a year ago, motherfucker? That was just a couple of weeks ago, right?" But just like I said, to call your comedy special selective outrage, which for the most part everybody do it. Everybody do it, right? Even me, you know. But then again, I don't know. I stay pissed off half the time, so you know. Um, so hey, it. So it is what it is. But I just thought that again, this is what happens when you watch too much TV, right? So I'm just like, and then I mean, and let's actually really stop and think about this for a minute. Let's actually like really go back to the slap itself. I've never heard anything that was so motherfucking muffled, right? And it's just for the simple fact now, grant the fact, I will say this much, he acts like he took the slap pretty well. But my whole deal is that I'm just looking at the, you know, to my understanding, Chris Rock ain't never been a part of no slap contest, right? You know, I mean, because the average person don't get slapped like that on a daily basis, right? This ain't like the people that actually like really just go get this, they get the shit slapped out of them on purpose, just to win whatever the motherfucking prize is, right? So it's just for the simple fact that, again, selective outrage, right? He titled that motherfucker right. I will say that much because, but then again, selective, or you just like, hey, look, I'm finna stir up some old shit, right? And motherfucker probably still would have bought it, So, but my whole deal is, right? For the most part, I really don't know who the fuck you think he was fooling by doing this shit all goddamn night, or for the hour and change that you did it, right? And he had to put something in there about being a tranny, talking about, oh, well, if my dad turned into a woman, that he would be okay with that shit. If my dad had turned into a woman, if like I said, if you ain't seen it, go watch it. It's on Netflix. If my dad had turned into a woman, I will be okay with it. So, but again, people, this is Hollywood weird. This is what these motherfuckers do, right? I'm gonna keep telling y'all this until y'all actually like really catch on. Because like nowadays, I'll watch. A lot of people say, "Oh, I don't watch television." I don't watch television, and then for those of y'all that don't watch television, it's probably a good thing, right? But for those of us that do, some of us will actually really watch that shit, and we'll sit up here and laugh and applaud, right? And then you got some of us, like the crazy uncle here. I watch that shit just to look for bullshit, right? So my whole deal is that, and then the whole thing is, he was talking about the movie that Will Smith did, talking about the Emancipation, right? Talking about I just watched it, so Will Smith, I just watched it to get his ass whooped, and then I hear all that everybody holler about, well, that's fucked up. You can't make jokes about what actually really went down in this country, and then you almost have to ask yourself almost to it. You gotta ask yourself the $64,000 question, right? Did that shit actually really take place, right? And I already know somebody say, "What?" Yeah, right. I mean, because I'm like, put like this again. I done talked about this too many motherfucking times, right? It's a lot of shit that put like this. A lot of shit that they claim that went down. 9 times out of 10, this shit probably didn't go down, right? Technology, special effects is a motherfucker, right? Put like this. Anytime when they can make motherfucking films going back as far as the motherfucking 1800s, yeah, you can only imagine, what the fuck. It's too easy for a motherfucker to put on makeup and say, yeah, there it is. But hey, like I said, to each his own. To each his own on that. So, but just know that I will be talking about this special here real soon, as well as the Mississippi 1020 law. Hopefully, I can get Super Smooth and Rambo Zach on here to help me actually really talk about that because, again, you can always hear from the crazy uncle's point of view, right? But it's always good to actually be like, okay, well, you know how I feel about it because I just told you. So if I get my other two, and anybody else that actually really want to jump in on this, right? We'll all sit down, we'll talk about it, see what's what, and all that kind of stuff. So that's my spiel as far as like the Chris Rock selective outrage, as he called it, top-notch material. so so in either case, hey, look, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell Big Dan, tell Big Berkeley, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa, motherfucker next door across the street around the corner, Wallace Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. And just know that that was the name that was best, that I felt that suited me best. So I selected this name on purpose, just like them motherfuckers will select who's gonna be the motherfucking next president of the United States. So, till next time.